This is Josiah Plays Sunless Skies. Alright, we're here in New Winchester, and not quite sure what it is we're going to do right now. I think our only prospect is these literature ones, which we don't know where to get literature. We've loaded up on fuel and supplies. Are we going out on an exploration run? Is that what we're doing? I need... to go find Hybras and Old Tom's Well, visit Carillon, get some crew from Lustrum. I could go do expeditions at the Wood. Go back to the Leadbeater and Stainrod. Apparently the phlegmatic researcher has all this stuff. Collect the costumes from Fort Prosper. Pick up some more stuff from Leadbeater. So, let's go exploring, shall we? Is it my imagination, or is the volume crazy right now? Alright, here we're gonna go east. To the east. And we're gonna see what there is to see over in this region. Oops. Sorry. Taking my space train through the sky. Chris Perkins creativity on every page. I'm going to stop at Magdalene's for a port report. And then we'll go to Exploration Town. We'll dock here. Trade supplies for Bronzewood. That seems like a good deal right now, considering we have extra supplies. You sat down beside a pockmarked homestead with a holey roof and cracked windows. Its inhabitants have struggled through a bad year and will find the next one worse. They're proud and insist on making a fair trade. Tit for tat, they are timberers, sawing twigs from the great bronze woods of the Reach and selling them to passing traders. They offer several gleaming logs in return for your supplies. Ow. Where my chatters at? Holla at me, chat. We've got some scary wind here. Going through Perkins Copse. A carmine glow burns in the dark. Magdalene's, where you can buy comforting lies. I do like me some comforting lies. We will go ahead and not do any of those things. Grab a port report. I don't think there's any reason to go to the Amenable host. Same as always. Wasn't there one thing I could do here? The reduced terror for free. Sure, a drink maybe? A beautiful attendant provides you with as much sherry as you could ever ask for. It soon becomes apparent that they are looking for as much information on skyfaring as they're able. You give as much as time and sherry allow. A crewman returns to your locomotive. Their eyes are red, but they can't seem to stop smiling. Okay. Ooh, munitions. Cheap munitions. Give them to me. And I'm gonna grab another supplies. The bell going in the brackets don't get you first. Against the wind. Peacock wind is not enjoyable for my crew. Shit. I don't like my chances here. I'm not going to do any of these things. Leave it untouched. I like going side to side, but I never seem to know which way to go. Glory's Cross. I don't see much here that looks like a cross, or that looks especially glorious. Send out the bat. Bat didn't find anything. Really? Very dark on this side. I'll stop by the Addison Wick box and see if I can read a log. Read the ledger. Vision of the heavens. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain Lockwood withdrew from the cache, citing desperate times. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain describes the dapple of distant starlight falling over their engine. The long hours spent in the watchful dark, suddenly shattered by a dazzle of cold radiance. When will they know such splendor again? Sounds splendiferous. Splendiferous. So here's another way off the map. Skies ahead are vacant and dead. Vacant and dead. Hey, son, welcome back. How you doing? Hey, Annie, how you doing? I load up a new game every 10 minutes, play it for 5 minutes, and quit. Why? You're alright? How am I? I'm great. I am great. I'm just exploring. Seeing what kind of places I can find. So far I'm not finding much on this particular voyage. You mean you're starting up different games every 10 minutes, son? Or new games of what? This doesn't look like it's anything I can dock with. Different ones. Is there a way to speed up the train? I think I can get a faster train later. Yeah, this is the train that you start with, and it's not super quick. Although it's still faster than the ship you start with in Sunless Sea. That ship is really slow. Maybe you're just not really in the mood to play games, son. Choice paralysis? Oh, I know how that goes, too. It's tough having so many games to play. I mean, that's some first world fucking problems, but... Let's send out the bat. See if it can discover something for me. There was nothing to be found. Well, this is the shitty area of the map over here, apparently. There's like nothing over here. The terror is rapidly increasing. What games are you choosing between? A lonely span of sky, dappled with drifting spores. Spores, huh? You have 700... Okay, why do you have 700 games? Honestly, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Between Steam and GOG, I might have 200 games. I might have 200 games, or less. 700, though, is... And I'm literally never gonna play all those games. Ever. Man, I'm not even discovering any landmarks or anything. This is just sad. Uh-oh, I discovered some enemies. Oops. At me. Come at me, reach Marauder. He didn't even get a shot off. I'll loot the hold. A distressingly odored barrel, that's probably fuel. Oh, it's an uncanny specimen. Okay, we've read that before. I'm gonna need to go back to port and get me some... Do they sell... Fuel at Magdalene's. Let me check my notes. They do sell fuel there. Okay, that's good. Hope you don't starve together in that list. I think you're talking to Sun. I think you know I don't have it. Because I don't know why. I don't really like survival games very much. Overheating. Leave the hold again. Glass jewelry box. 29 sovereigns. A twinkle of gold upon a bed of velvet. A piece of worn jewelry. A name is inscribed on it. Too faded now to read. Too faded to read. Hey, Chimerical Jim, welcome back. How you doing? Man, I need to get to port. I'm in trouble. Oh, I found Chance's Gloom. And there's something over here. Alright, I gotta head back around to Magdalene's because my fuel and supply situation has become precarious. The scream of train whistles in the distance. Marauders embarking on a raid. Oh, well, come maraud then. Uh-oh. Oh, that's it. That's a good guy. Oh, dude! That's... okay. No, that's like 8,000 marauders. I don't have the fuel or the supplies. I'll get my little buddy here to help me out, though. Damn it. Dodge fail. I don't have the food for this. I gotta go. People are gonna starve while I'm fighting these guys. Terror's gotten a little bit out of line. Here's a wrecked ship. The Minnehaha Falls. The fatalistic signalman looks characteristically grim. Will we fill the whole sky with our dead, do you think? The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Let's enter through the yawning tear in the hull. The damage is so extensive that the whole chassis is on the verge of collapse. Tread lightly. I could scavenge supplies. Your boarding party follow you, gingerly, through the rent in the wreck's side. The steel bones of the engine groan miserably. You'll need to hurry. Lifting your lamp, you lead your party towards... engine room. I never go to the captain's quarters. I want to see what's in the captain's quarters. Captains often keep their most unusual discoveries to themselves. Otherworldly artifact. Your party efficiently and thoroughly turns the cabin over, throwing everything of use into a frost-crackling bedsheet to be examined in better circumstances. Then you hurry back to your locomotive in time to watch the wreck crack, split, and spill its remaining secrets into the sky. Thanks for your secrets. Gotta get to Magdalene's before I run out of food. Gonna have to do something about my terror when I get there, too. It's getting real close to the danger zone. Even the signalman's dour mood is lightened at the sight of Magdalene's spires. Alright, we made it. What we're gonna do, we could while away the time with other captains to reduce a significant amount of terror, or we could go to the solace chambers to treat our terror using a savage secret, using a gossip, using a specimen, or using a vision of the heavens. Let's request a treatment for a personal failing. Yours is a faceted soul, with several showy flaws coursing through it. Oh, what's yours? Mine is... Oh, but I mustn't say. Sorry, I'm new. This way. You're being treated for the flaw in your heart. The attendant holds up a candle before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own specialty. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. He smiles suddenly, his teeth gleaming like links on a chain. You know yourself best. Who can tend your wounded heart? Whoever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. Someone who once meant a very great deal. They are not with you now. That was a pretty big terror reduction. Terror fades. Is that the chair where you... Is that the picture you drew after... All is exactly as you remember. A simulacrum perfect to the finest detail. They are watching you warily, all the gathered apparatus of your vice laid out before them. Their hand wavers. They smile as you close the door. A return or a release? Let's buy some more fuel, supplies. Okay. Out of the way, rock. I could push that rock all the way around the universe. Could be my pet rock. Rockin' that rock. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. This looks really cool through there. Don't take it for granted. Oh, man, I was reading chat. I didn't think there was something in my way, and I was wrong. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. You're partly responsible. It's your fault, Jim. Well, no, it's Saito's fault, actually, but... Workery Cove. Now we know there's some dickwads over here that want to fight. Ram the ship. Raid the safe. Grab 9 sovereigns. We're just gonna turn around like this forever? We all know whose fault it is. I'll strip for materials. Repair my hull. Thanks for things hanging in front of the text. Raid the safe. 11 sovereigns. Harrison's Hollow. Oh, that Harrison. Blemmigan plants. Everything's all starting to get gross. Agata's way. We should be coming up on... What's the place called? Yeah, there it is. It's called... The place I'm looking for... Hybras. This must be Hybras right here. Yeah, I leveled up. We're finding Hybras. Okay. These all look like the same ones as before. Congrats, thanks. What about the bell tolls? You have foreseen your own death. It did not please you. Perhaps you saw it in a dream. Perhaps a medium read it on your palm or in your tea leaves. When death comes, where will he find you? In the cold skies. An early death and a cruel one. Sometimes you dream of hoarfrost gathering in your lungs. It is not the death you chose. You will elude it. You had a lost love. Love, the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of two lives as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry or the cells in your skin. And when one of those lives ends, what remains of the other? You loved. You lost. How badly does it hurt now? Like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. You feel always that something is missing. In the middle of other things, you will look up and around and then remember that they will never be there. I'm going to take that. 63. Mirrors is up to 20. I'm going to dock at Hybras in a second. I just want to explore the area around it a little bit. This looks like an interesting place. Martyr Poe's Meadow. Oh, that Martyr Poe. That Martyr Poe. Shasta's leg. Whoa. Is that actually something's leg? Sticking out right there? And that's a hand gripping on to whatever. What is this creepy place? I know I need to do a thing here. I need to bring a filmmaker back to New Winchester from Hybras. Alfred and Clara's farm. This looks like a very unusual location. A new port. The crew are relieved to see land, perhaps unwisely. Ow. Meant to do that. Totally meant to. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else to discover. Oops, meant to do that. Hybras. See what they've got here. Alright, so first of all, we'll check the bazaar. Oh, I can get the literature that I've been looking for here. Great. Captains tread reluctantly on Hybras. Some mutter of infection. The few that stop huddle by the dock to trade and converse. You may find bargains here, or fulfill prospects you have claimed. A hawker sells the latest London pot boilers, flimsy, mass-printed books with wood pulp paper, lurid covers, and fresh, gleaming ministry stamps. I'm gonna buy all those. Because I have 2 different places that I need to take 5 literature to. So there's half the literature I need. And then in addition to that, trade with the locals. Time to take some notes. This is, you can buy seeds here. Man, seeds are useless. I can already buy seeds other places. I'm looking for places that sell munitions or literature. Hybras. And you can't even buy fuel here either, just supplies. Lame. Thanks, Hybras. Supplies. 40. Sack of verdant seeds. 40. Same prices at Leadbeater and Stain Rods. Alright, Hybras. Let's see what you've got. A fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernails deep enough into the spongy, fungal fabric of the Reach to cling on when hard times come. It is a sad truth that many more settlements are founded than flourish. Nestled amidst sprawling, sporing gardens of fungus, Hybras is a colony of octogenarians. That sounds strange. Rotting buildings slough gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged. An insect, speckled with fungus, flies past drowsily. Growth asks no license, reads a barely legible sign staked into a collapsed pile of fungal eggs. This place sounds gross. Well, we'll get a port report. Not much seems to happen in this sleepy place, but perhaps someone will be interested. Life moves slowly here. There are arguments over the rules of bowls and the correct amount of time to steep tea. The station master seems to avoid the villagers. There is an unusual, unique quality to the starlight which filters through the underside of the caps. A venerable welcoming party has gathered. The wizened mayor approaches. His back is bent, but his pace is steady. He has a firm handshake. "Welcome to our little hideaway. Watch your step. That one's about to fruit." True enough, the little white sack at your feet suddenly splits. Snaking tendrils of red fungus explode outwards. The mayoral assistant, a severe woman of slightly less advanced years, guides the mayor to a nearby bench. You may stay as long as you like. Something is changing in Hybras. I can take tea, I can make a delicate inquiry, I can wander the wilds, I can explore the settlement. Let's find the filmmaker we're looking for, Mademoiselle Lumiere. A filmmaker should be difficult to miss in this hushed, secluded place. Loud curses lead you towards an elderly woman fiddling with an antiquated camera. She sighs and shuts the frame. That'll do. She offers a trembling hand. Lumiere, once a renowned explorer and filmmaker, now, as you see. A cough rattles through here. You from New Winchester? I'll leave with you. I can pay my way. I'm done here, and my lungs won't tolerate much more of this. She smiles wanly. I've a premiere to plan. So, I've got her, and I can take her back to New Winchester now. She promised to leave New Winchester for good. She changed her mind. You're escorting Mademoiselle Lumiere back to New Winchester. I'm going to take tea at the Brendan, the only lodging house in Hybras, and the only building with more than one story. The smell of stewed tea permeates the dilapidated boards. The owner keeps a clean and ordered house. She bakes her tea cakes to perfection and ices them to resemble the fungus that has colonized the windowsills. It's been here longer than us. She laughs as she pours another round of tea. The tea is sour. The milk has gone off. Well, that was an exciting way to spend 5 sovereigns. What if I do it again? Reduce my terror. A large woman of advanced years produces a pot of green tea and doilies from a moldering tea chest. She blows the spores off the cups. Back there, I used to read the leaves on our breaks. She peers into your finished cup. I'm sorry, I don't see a long future for you, my love. Make the most of what you have. Let's make a delicate inquiry to the wizened mayor. Everyone here is very old indeed. Is there a lower age limit on settling in Hybras? The wizened mayor chuckles. Oh no, we'd welcome youth, but we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happily secluded here. He smiles wistfully as, across the marsh, his mayoral assistant trounces an unfortunate at bowls. Our best years were spent by others. The wizened mayor glances at his allotment, which is overflowing with burgeoning mushrooms. We have plans to hopefully change that, though. The colonists are enjoying a second youth on Hybras. Let's explore the settlement. Hybras has only a handful of buildings clustered amongst folds of fungus, yet life goes on here. Life moves at a slow pace on Hybras, Josiah speed. Several colonists tend the allotments, while others sit squabbling outside the Brendan. Periodically, a lady emerges with tea and fungal crackers. A carpenter struggles with the fretwork on the new town hall. The carvings are of factories and faceless workers. I can't remember what they look like, he says sadly. Let's explore it again. It's the same. Let's take tea again. It's the same. Let's wander the wilds of Hybras. Swamp and marsh, fungus and frond. Nowhere in the reach has been so thoroughly colonized. It would be a shame not to see the sights. Fingers of black and red mushroom rise from the sodden ground. Tendrils of white fungus form vast arches. An earthy smell pervades the air and follows you through the swamps like a lost dog. In the middle of a grove of writhing sacks, you find a plinth adorned with broken and twisted nameplates, the shape of collars. Brabazon Workworld has been imprinted on each. Onto the wilds again. Same. Again. The same. I guess that's all here for now. Bazaar. Trade with the locals. I'll grab a couple supplies. Don't have any fuel for sale here. And it's time to leave. Not a lot I can do in Hybras at the moment. Prod my Blemmigan? No. Talk to my rats? Spend time with the Rat Brigade? No. Talk to my devil? Oh, I can ask him about a bunch of new shit. Hold on. Assemble the devil's evidence. Show him my chorister bee. Ask him about caduceus. Ask him about the state of my soul. I think this is going to be the same as what he said to me before. Yeah, it's the same as what he said to me before. But these other things... These three things I've never asked him about before. Let's ask him about his former friend at Carillon. Or at least a friend he would expect to find there. Dismissive. I don't make a habit of visiting Carillon, the devil says. It would be better not to attempt soul purification at all than do such a clumsy job of it. Besides, there is the risk that I would be recognized there if I gave my name. I am the one who devised the original methods they're currently executing in Parody. And, well, he considers the top of the table. Hero worship from the incompetent is always awkward. So he's kind of a big deal in Carillon. Let's ask about the Well of the Wolf. He looks his most forbidding when you pry into this question. Friends past. There is a friend, a colleague, from the earliest part of my life. She died, as far as I know, in the fighting before the devils went to Caduceus and escaped the judgments. But that was then. If she is less dead now, I would expect to find her at the Well of the Wolf. She always did have a taste for dramatic protests. He looks unapproachably morose for a few minutes, then adds, I have no taste for places that celebrate defeat, but I will go where I must. Let's ask him about the friend in London. The Baroness. He's told you that much. A warning. My contact in London belongs to the old aristocracy, he says. We will find her, perhaps, in the ruins of the palace stables, chewing all the gilding off a state carriage 10 years past its last parade. If not there, then someplace similar. She does not much like humans, unless they happen to be the crown prince of a dissolved monarchy or the general of an exiled army. The fact that you are with me will not pacify her. The last time we spoke, I took off one of her legs. So bring a tribute. Immaculate souls. I don't even know where to get immaculate souls. All the souls I've got are immaculate as fuck. They're hell immaculate. Alright. And the princess? She's not going to have anything new to say. She doesn't. Guess that's all we're doing in Hybras for now. Got 2 things of fuel. I can't get fuel at the circus. Maybe I can explore some of this, hit the circus, and go back to New Winchester. All on the fuel that I have. Let's hope. Alfred and Clara's. Space debris. Maybe it's fuel. It is fuel! That's good. That gives me a lot more exploration time. Okay, I don't want to go this way right now. I want to go down this way. They look like fingers. We found the mold pastures. Yay, pastures, I guess. They sound delightful. Yeah. Whoa, what is this? Oh, this is a relay to a different part of space, I think. The Eleutheria transit relay, which I'm sure we can't use right now because we don't have the appropriate clearance or whatever, but... It might sell fuel here, though. Oh, I can buy a travel permit. Just that's... Oh, 800. Wow. Oh, they don't sell anything here. The Eleutheria Transit Relay, a stone edifice, scintillant with sigils, is encased in a contrivance of steel and brass. This is a Singh-Jenkins relay, allowing transport, via a loophole in some cosmic mandate, to a far-flung district of heaven. This one leads to Eleutheria, a place of revolutionaries and malcontents. It is little used. Could buy a permit for 800. Could acquire a permit for Visions of the Heavens and Ministry-approved literature. Could remain in the Reach. Could travel to Eleutheria, but you have to have the permit. Can travel... You could travel using a secret, or you can travel using some tea, but you also have to have the permit. But we're not going to do any of these things right now. We're going to remain in the Reach. You turn your engine around. You have business here yet. You put the edifice behind you and head back towards the feuds and fortunes of the Reach. The stars wink prettily. Okay, so we found the one to Eleutheria. Down here is the one to Albion. Down up here is the one to the Blue Kingdom. And there should be one more. Eleutheria, Blue Kingdom, Albion. Oh, that's it. There's only 3. There's only 3 other places besides the Reach. Okay. So that's a little dead-end cul-de-sac of sorts. The mold pastures. Damn it, I've got one hand off the... Can I take a drink? Okay, you know what? No, actually, no. I'm not gonna fight this scribe spinster. Maybe I will. Wrong dodge. These things are a pain in the ass. Okay, got him. You love these things? Nice, Annie. Crewmen with axes, 38%. I'll recover some sheaves of parchment. The spinsters sew them into their coats and wigs, yellowed with age, blotched with mildew, spidered with writing. Who knows what secrets they may hold? 100 experience and a vision of the heavens. A brave conductor recovers a flapping sheaf of pages from the bars of an external vent. Parchment is covered in intricacies of overlapping circles, the pilgrim routes of celestial bodies spinning around their suns. I've wasted a lot of fuel and fuel and food. The Elspeth. I'm gonna mourn the dead and lose a little bit of terror. It is proper. Then I'm gonna crash into it, apparently. Got us way. Meant to do that. Just a little bump. Just a little bump. Just a little bump. Strip 4 materials. Repair some hull. Hashtag completely intentional. Yep. That's right. Completely intentional. I'm trying to gauge whether or not I have enough fuel to explore this, then get to Magdalene's, or whether I need to just head straight there. I don't think I have enough fuel to explore that and get there. I think I just need to head. Because I can't buy fuel at the circus, and I can't buy fuel at Hybras, so I have to go to Magdalene's or else I'm not going to be able to get fuel anywhere. Repair my hull some more off these ships. Chances gloom. Kind of gloomy. You know what I like about this game? I don't have to craft anything. I hate crafting stuff. Raid the safe. Get 12 sovereigns. What's up, Tackety Scout? How you doing? I got you covered. Have to craft the Song of the Sky. It's true. It's different though. Wait, hold on. Is there a destroyed ship right here? Soon hunger will begin to bite. There is, the numinous. We're just gonna mourn the dead. Oh no, a sligging ship! No! I'm not. Nuh-uh. No, I can't. I can't. Goodbye, sligging ship. Yeah, no, get your tentacles and your weird fucking shadowy projectiles away from me. Our fuel is low, remarks the Repentant Devil. He does not point fingers, but he does sound surprised and disappointed. Don't be disappointed in me, fucking devil. Take a drink. Princess always desires that I dock here. Alright, I could try whiling away the time with other captains. I have quite a bit of terror. Costs 50, but I have a lot of money. I can get bargain bronzewood. Let's try this. Magdalene's is a popular respite with most skyfarers in the Reach. There's always someone interesting to share a drink with in this house of comfort. Didn't reduce that much terror. An interlude. The Blythe Bar in the reception is famously well stocked. Attendants are on hand to keep an eye on the clientele and ensure no one seeks treatment while too squiffy. Too squiffy for treatment. You while away a few hours in the company of several windward defectors, a traveling magician, a pair of quarreling botanists, and one almost definite ministry spy, aided by the convivial delights of a bottle or three of starshine-tinted brandy. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Do I want to buy this bargain bronzewood? Might as well. Get some fuel, some supplies. Let's go. Alright, time to go back to New Winchester. Our hold is full. We need to repair, finish getting our terror the rest of the way down. But we came over, we explored some shit, and we found Hybras. Still want to explore this little bit, and this little bit. All this right here. All this up here, and this whole huge western area, and this down here. I'll kill a cantankerite. Except I don't want any of these things because they're too risky, so I'll just leave it untouched. A homestead. Supplies for bronzewood? Yeah, I'll do it. It's a good trade. Bronzewood are worth 175. Supplies are only worth 40, so it's a profitable trade in the long run. And I have enough supplies to get home, so I might as well. Now I can go take this literature. Oh, the circus. I should have just gone to the circus while I was over here. Well, you know, I think I've got enough fuel. But I'm going to be coming back this way on the next trip anyway, right past here, so I don't need to go to the circus right now. Or I can take the literature to Trader's Wood instead. Gabriel's Archive. Minecraft's Forum. We are home. Just never... Oh, cool, I can drop her off now. Maybe I'll get a nice reward. She's eager to get back to work. She gives you a brisk handshake as she departs your locomotive. Better accommodation than I'm used to. Now, I have a premiere to plan. You're invited, of course. It'll be next week, assuming I haven't keeled over. She bustles off into the smog of New Winchester. Your quartermaster complains that it's going to take weeks to get the spores out of her berth. Planning premiere soon. You're to be invited. Gain 100 sovereigns. An occurrence. Your day of the premiere quality is now 395. What does that mean? 395. I don't even see that in my stuff here. I've lost 10 crew members. 10 crew members. I can't do anything with... I don't think I've done anything suitably extraordinary. No. Scourge of Monsters. I'll bet if I kill a curator, though, I could probably get that. I know where some curators are. At least what I think are curators, because I found curator eggs there. Alright, let's repair the ship. Fully repair. The tune of 54 sovereigns. I don't need any crew. There are some new prospects available. Let's put some stuff in the bank. I'm gonna keep the 5 literature. Alright, show me the prospects. Munitions for Port Prosper's parsimonious chairman. parsimonious chairman of the Windward Company is looking to outfit a dozen more engines with the appropriate precautions. He requires guns in satisfactory quantities. Deliver up to 3 carefully packed crates of munitions to Port Prosper. Okay, I can do that. I have some munitions. And munitions. Oh no! They need 9 at Lustrum again. Oh, it's so hard to get 9. It's so profitable if you do, though. Oh, I have 10 already! Okay, well, I can't do both of these right now. I can't do the Port Prosper one, but I can do the 9 munitions for Lustrum, which will be a big payday. I can't really do that, though. And the literature on the same run, because that takes up too much of my hold space, I think. Well, let me see. The literature goes to the circus, where I can buy more supplies, but I can't buy fuel. Then I go all the way up to Lustrum, where I can buy fuel and supplies. So if I load up right now, I have 0 supplies. Well, maybe if I do 1 supplies and 1 fuel, then I'll have 2 fuel and 1 supplies. I can buy more supplies here. The 2 fuel should get me to there and up to there. Yeah, it should be doable. So I need to buy 1 more fuel and 1 more supplies. My hold is now full of goody goods to sell. And my hull is repaired, and I got plenty of crew, and my terror is down to nothing. So I'm in a good way. I'm in a real good way. I'm about to go make a bunch of money. So I go to the circus first, and then up to Lustrum. Can you buy fuel at Carillon? Carillon. No, you can't buy fuel there either. Oh, that's some bullshit. Alright. I need to turn in my port reports too. Actually, I guess I don't need to turn in my port reports right now because I'm not going back to the same ports. So, yeah. We'll go to the circus. April 7th in the game, it's my birthday. That's my actual birthday. Yay, happy birthday to me in Sunless Skies. I'm 113 years old now. Yeah. Oh, good. Clowns. Alright. Now, I can sell all this literature for 950 bucks. The ringmaster beams with delight as he inspects your final volume. Looks thoroughly dreadful, he says cheerily. Just the thing to invigorate our next performance. And he gave me a savage secret and some XP. Okay. I can buy cheap nectar while I'm here. So I will. And buy some more supplies. And check out new arrivals. Listen to their stories. Reduce my terror. That's the same thing it always says. Go to the circus. Collect my free tickets. Because I'm part of the family. I get free tickets now. Go to the tiki booth. No, I don't want to do that. Write a port report. I do want that. Let's go. Where am I at on the circus? Oh, I have to collect costumes from Port Prosper. Okay. Let's go to another performance. Got some Sky Stories, A Vision of the Heavens. Kind of the same. As always. Check out the amusements. It's the same as always. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. We're gonna go up to Lustrum. I have 2 and 2. That means I should be able to do a tiny bit of exploration on my way to Lustrum. I don't have to go straight up the normal path. I can kind of go to the north of here. Nelson's Point. The Van Zessen Waste. Ooh, a destroyed ship. The Julie's Monkey. I don't like this because bad things will happen when I try this. So I'm going to turn away lest the wreck's bad luck is contagious. You give the order and put the wreck behind you. The crew remain tense. What will be their fate? Will that be their fate? One unlucky day, we got a little bit of terror. The hold. We got a class jewelry box. Inside are 16 sovereigns. The Tackety Scout just shot me, but it didn't mean to. I just happened to be in the line of fire. and send out the bat. Has nothing to report. Stokers are working double shifts at the boiler. Alright, we're heading to Lustrum. Probably about to run into some scribe spinsters or something. Just over here to the right is where the curators are. With the curator eggs. Very scary over there. Nine munitions to Lustrum. I can listen to the last complaint of the Cantankereye. Got some experience and a sky story. A flurry of snow blows past a window. A crewman curses the cold. Lustrum. Sell all these munitions to the tune of 1,200 bucks. And I also got a barrel of hours and an unlicensed chart and some XP. Do I want some cheap seeds? I guess. The mountain sings. Let's join the celebration. Reduce some terror. The same as always. Explore Lustrum, write a port report. Visit the tea shop. Enjoy a lovely cup of tea. Eleutherian gold. Briefly without terror. Return to town. Visit the Windward Company. High security. Hanged Man Pub. I'll retrieve one of my crew. No, I won't. Actually, I like leaving one crew spot open in case I find a crew member randomly somewhere. I think that's it. I think that's all we're doing here. I need some more fuel and supplies, though. Where am I going from here? I guess I'm going... I could do some more exploring before I go back, which I think I should do. Kind of want to come over here and see what's up with these... curators. So let me get another fuel and another supplies. And then we'll go. $96.05. It's a mining thing, but I can't mine. See if we can fight these things. It's snowing. Just your average space snow. You know how it be. Okay, scary, scary. I'm about to run into some bad news. Let's link to a premise. The frozen edge of space. Turn back. Oh, there it is! He is a curator. It's following me! Oh my god! Something round and papery about the size of an umbrella stand hangs in the sky. Where'd the curator go? I just discovered Grave of the Silent Saint. Alright, we're gonna take the curator. I can sell that for 300. This thing's gonna kill me. still alive? I've hit it so many times! And look at my hull. Look at my hull. This is bad. What is it even doing? Just flying around. How deeply do the dead sleep? Fly softly. It's just trying to waste my fuel now. I've hit it so many times. Oh, I killed it! I killed the curator! A curator, defeated. Its wings are perforated and torn. Its head lolls like a broken toy. It is still. Alright, so I can search for treasures. The curator's wings have curled in death, swaddling its body. The lumps suggest concealed items, but you'll need to unfurl the wings to investigate. You and a crew member don sky suits and head outside. Or I can take a trophy. You have vanquished a monster of the wilderness. Take proof. Substantially reduce your terror. Well, my terror is not that bad, so I'm going to look for treasures. The curator's wings lift away easily. They are thin, translucent, and dull. Beneath them, the creature's torso is marred with a brand. It is a sigil, partially obliterated by a wound from one of your weapons. Even damaged and incomplete, it aches to look upon. Let's examine the creature's collection. The curator carries items using a tight net harness. There is a fleshy, leathery quality to the fine cords. 14 sovereigns and a condemned experiment. A maggot squirms free while you are cutting open the net. Beneath the curator's motley collection is an unhealing wound. Blood and effluvia have encrusted its belongings. You need to wipe them down before they can be identified. There is a cast metal sword, the letter O. There is a sharpened quill from no bird you've encountered. A pot of dust which liquefies under pressure. Your engineer's hands will be stained for weeks. Condemned experiment is a higher tier item, I think. The process was unconscionable, but results are results. Grave of the Silent Saint. Well, that was tough, and I'm almost dead. I think there's one more egg that I can get here, though. I hope there's not another curator, though, because I certainly can't fight another one right now. Pretty sure there's another egg, though. Or maybe the curator spawns when I take the egg. Well, I'm gonna take the egg. Oops. And then I'm gonna run. Thinking I should go right back to Lustrum. Maybe not. I've still got a good amount of... But then if I go off exploring and I get killed, I will have lost all that progress of what I just did. I could just take the safe path all the way back to New Winchester right now. Get rid of these eggs, port reports, repair my hull. I think I will. No more exploring for this trip. We beat a curator. That's enough of an accomplishment. Let's try not to crash into anything because I only have 6 hull. That might have been enough. Oh yeah, see, I can't deal with you, Scribe Spinster. All I have to say to you is nope. Here's the Peril Ennis, though. We'll enter through the yawning tear in the hull. And we'll take munitions. Let's not crash into shit and lose 2 of our 6 hull. That'd be great. If I die now, I'm gonna be really sad because... No. 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 I'm not fighting you. I'm running in terror. Running in terror. Going through the Bonnie Shepherds. That guy's chasing me. Star Maddened Explorer. I'm gonna check and see if there's any bargains at Company House. Cheap hours? Okay, why not? I can turn in my port reports here. Grab another 400. No bargains available here. And finally, we go back to actual town. We made it back safe. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna sell those curator's eggs right away. I don't want to carry them around on my ship. I don't know if they'll like hatch and bad things will happen or whatever. So we've got a new prospect available. Barrels of Hours. Good, we just bought some of those. At Leadbeater and Stainrod. I'll take it. We don't have enough munitions for this yet. Oh, we do! They only want 3. Awesome. The only thing we don't have is any more literature for Trader's Wood. Wolvesy Station. Explore the city. Oh, the Grand Premiere! Her premiere is an actual thing that's happening. And a Pernickety Factor wants a meeting. That's cool. That's new stuff. But where do I go to sell the egg? Ah, right here. Sell all of your eggs. A mercifully brief transaction. You place your eggs on the counter, only for the man to knock one of them off with his elbow. He catches it as it falls, demonstrating luck, not coordination. He then searches around under the stall, with the egg tucked precariously under his arm. Eventually, he gives up looking for a container to stow it in, and just places the eggs on the floor behind him. He will no doubt trip over one and shatter the lot. He digs in his pockets, pulling out handfuls of coins and depositing them on the counter. When he is finished, he gives you a nervous smile. The transaction is apparently concluded. And I got 600 sovereigns for that. Let's repair my train. That cost me 108 sovereigns. Can I do... I am the Scourge of Monsters. I can do the next part of the Song of the Sky. Okay, let's wait on that. We'll do that in a second. I want to do this other stuff first. I'm gonna attend the grand premiere. Mademoiselle Lumiere has wasted no time in organizing her premiere. To express her gratitude, she has given you tickets. Mademoiselle Lumiere has reopened a theater beneath the arches of the Bishop Bridge. Prominent tackities sit with London sympathizers. They have formed a brief truce, united in their loathing of the cramped velvet seats. A light flares on the plaster wall. The film begins. The film is titled The Concupiscence of the Verdants. That sounds terrible. Flickering images on painted lenses jerk across the wall. The camera luxuriates in the collapsing brown flesh of a fruiting fungus, the flight of a sporing body, the sudden bursting of a violet fungal sac, the prolonged death spasms of a cameraman. There are gasps from the audience. I can take in the detail, admire the wider picture, or close my eyes. Lumiere has an exacting eye. Some of the shots are blemished, but what has been captured reveals much about the Reach's flora. This work is worth careful attention. If you avoid looking at the foreground, there is much to appreciate. The film strips have been painted to reveal the lush colors of the landscapes, the violent purple of the fungus. There is an awful beauty to the whole thing. Or if you close your eyes, put your hands over your eyes, you could almost consider this a relaxing interlude. I'm going to admire the wider picture. It is difficult to entirely ignore the energetic and occasionally traumatic activities occurring in the foreground of every shot. But you persevere. Lumiere catches up with you as you are leaving. I don't know why everyone hurried away. Anyway, I'm venturing into new territories. Meet me later if you like. You attended the premiere, God help you. Mademoiselle Lumiere would like another meeting. Mademoiselle Lumiere has promised a meeting. She's currently occupying one of New Winchester's cafes. She's provided the table number. A life's work. She rings for 2 cups of nectar-infused tea. I crave the stuff, she says, a smile creasing her face like a well-used cushion. I'm too old to be lugging cameras about anymore, waiting for the perfect shot. My own fault. I could have stayed in London, but I wanted to see the stars. Thanks for helping me home. This is where I stay now, I think. She coughs into a yellow-stained handkerchief. Time to fund films rather than make them, I think. The coughing worsens. Please excuse me. She leaves you with a hurried goodbye and the bill. And I gained 500 experience. Now there's this other opportunity. A pernickety factor requests a meeting. A neat calling card was waiting for you at the station. The paper was scented, the envelope ironed. Okay. The meeting takes several days to arrange. She rejects the Round Table as a venue and all of the cafes in the Upper District, even that nice tea room under the bridges. Eventually, you agree upon the parlor at Company House, which is open to visitors on a Sunday. The pernickety factor requests you change table 3 times before she is satisfied. I'm looking for several disappeared colonists. I believe their destination was Hybras. I'd be much appreciative if you were to take me there. She wants me to take her to Hybras. Okay. Nothing going on at the Promise of Trade, right? Promise of Days. We know all this. We know all this. We've talked about all that. How goes the war? Let's see, read about the latest news. We've read that before. Current political situation. We've read that before. Search for my name. This is new. One's reputation. You are not mentioned by a name, but a daguerreotype of you appears in the society pages. Apparently you are a bellwether for those wishing to adopt a tackety look. The food columnist, the husband of a well-known Windward Company board member, has named several new recipes after you. They are not nice recipes. I mean, who's publishing bad recipes on purpose? Repair, follow your ambition. Alright, we can follow our ambition now. I have over 10,000 buckaroons. That's what the currency is called. No, it's not. They're called sovereigns. Whatever. In my world, they're called buckaroons. 10,000. Yeah, let's do the next canto of the Song of the Sea. Song of the Sky. Let's speak to the omnivorous publisher. You suspect you've accomplished something suitably extraordinary. The publisher leans back amid a halo of smoke. Imagine I'm the average man on the street, by which I mean a Philistine of the lowest order. What have you done lately to capture my attention? I am the scourge of monsters. I've killed the fearsome things that haunt the loneliest parts of the sky. Nothing sells books like blood, says the publisher, grinning so hard he bites his cigarette in half. Your deeds are worth publishing. Write the 4th canto of the Song of the Sky. Your previous typewriter died an ignoble death under your hammering fingers, and you've had to procure a new one. Time to make use of it. The 4th canto. 5,000 experience. What? The blank page is no longer a source of panic. It's a field waiting to be sown. A block of marble hiding 100 sculptures. A sail that will whisk you to seas unknown. You sit down, crack your knuckles, and prepare to write. You have momentous adventures to write about. Before you launch yourself into writing the Song of the Sky, you reread the previous 3 cantos. You're surprised to find that its ethos, its purpose, are taking shape with a clarity you hadn't noticed or planned. Your attempts to capture the sky in words have tended to return, again and again, to a similar theme. Is it the adventure? The hard-won camaraderie, the blood that spills and roars, the thunderous clap of the cannons, the loneliness, the merciless silence, the yearning, the cold blaze of the stars on a windswept night, or the horror, the sour dread, the unwelcome dreams, the things you've learned that rub uncomfortably in your mind like a stone in a shoe. Ooh, these are all, this is a tough choice. These all sound pretty good. I'm a poet, though, so I'm going to go with the loneliness. The cold blaze of the stars on a windswept night. Melancholy. An honest appraisal of the high wilderness can only spare so much time for battles and adventure, or even horror. Far more apropos is the crushing emptiness, the absence that settles in the bones and gnaws from the inside. That's what the sky actually is, at the end of the day. It's a vast amount of nothing. Themes that had once lurked in the recesses of your mind now rise unbidden to the surface, shaking the last vestiges of your subconscious from their flanks. You finally get the sense that you know what you're doing, and more importantly, where you're going. You sit to write, fingers flying, that shining specter of an ending blazing like a beacon in your head, until finally you reach it. The fourth canto is complete. The omnivorous publisher puffs his cigar and holds your manuscript up to the light. A jeweled watch sparkles on his wrist. How long has he had that? "We should celebrate tonight," he says, pouring you a generous helping of whiskey. "Then I want you to go straight home and start the next one. No detours." Published the fourth canto. A fleet of assistants begin feeding paper into a dozen clanking printing presses. Machinery roars, and the fourth canto is born. The fourth canto's reception. You don't have time to ascertain the reaction yourself. The omnivorous publisher has arranged matters on your behalf, and you find yourself whisked away on a whirlwind tour of book signings and interviews. Your pen hand cramps from signing. You collect a reliable stable of answers to the most awkward questions from journalists and readers alike, especially an answer to the most awkward of all. When's the next one? Soon, you assure them, but by the time it's all over, you are beyond exhausted and in no fit state to write. The fourth canto remains top of the bestseller list for weeks. Write the fifth canto. The Song of the Sky looms in your mind, an unfinished monument. For the fifth one, I'm going to need 2 moments of inspiration, 2 unlicensed charts. So I've already got most of the stuff I need for this. I just need 1 more moment of inspiration, and I'll be ready to write the fifth canto. That's good. I've already got 1 of 2 and 2 of 2 here. I'm a pro at Song of the Sky writing. Alright. Consult with an academic. Pick the lock yourself. No, I don't want to pick the lock, though. I'm just going to take the box to where I'm supposed to take it, which is to London. I'm going to leave the box alone for now. Alrighty then. It's time to go on a journey. We're going to take 3 munitions to Port Prosper and 5 barrels of ours to Leadbeater and Stainrod. And we're going to buy some fuel and some supplies. And we're going to look at our journal. We need to find Old Tom's Well. We need to go to Carillon. We need to go back to Leadbeater and Stainrod. We need to go to Port Prosper. We need to go to Port Prosper. And we need to go to Hybras now. So, sounds like Leadbeater and Port Prosper are places we need to go on this trip. Because we have quests and trading prospects for both places, and they're both kind of down the same direction, essentially. So, let's look at our chart. Starting to get cleared. We could go to Leadbeater first. Then Port Prosper. I think that's what we'll do. Leadbeater and Prosper both sell fuel and supplies, so we don't need to overload on those right now. That 5,000 XP bump we got from the Canto put us close to leveling up again. We've heard the song before. It's been a while since I've been here. Is there anything to discover right here? With this little... That's not... The Repentant Devil smiles. First you conquer nature, then you preserve it. A trifle arrogant, no? Yeah. Arrogance is pretty much the defining characteristic of humanity. Alright. Let's sell the barrels of ours. Got 775 buck. And an otherworldly artifact. Oh, literature! Yes! Now we can do the other one. Because we found the literature we need. Sweet. Meanwhile, we can join a hunting party. We can explore on our own and reduce terror. This says the same thing as usual. We can get a port report. We can export some more sapling knots. Take those to Port Prosper, which is nice because it's the next place we're going anyway, so that's just like free money. Converse with fellow captains. Says the same thing as before. We can go back to the researcher. Now he's completed his research. We can ask him about it. He left a note at the dock asking you to drop by. The phlegmatic researcher's table is covered with thick grass and growing rapidly. His colleagues are celebrating vigorously, more so even than last time. A scout is singing loudly, if tunelessly. Another is stomping through the room in some kind of dance. Witness the culmination of their efforts. The phlegmatic researcher smiles uneasily. He is delighted and unsettled by the exuberance of the celebrations.
For each contains certain growth-encouraging airs which I acquired. Captains call it the peacock wind. I call it the breath of God.
The phlegmatic researcher strikes the table with his cane.
And this is what we've accomplished. A fertilizer so potent it'll grow whatever you seed into it. It costs a fortune to make, but it's still a tremendous step forward.
He glances warily at the singing scout, whose voice is growing hoarse.
I don't know what's gotten into them. No, I suppose it is a remarkable discovery.
So I got 300 experience, a vision of the heavens, and a savage secret. What's his current course of study? The phlegmatic researcher only smiles.
That will be revealed in time.
Well, is there anything I can bring to aid him? Oh, he needs all kinds of shit. Alright, he needs Pen of a Scribe Spinster. Oh no, I've got to fight another. And the Ligaments of a Guest, so I got to fight some scary dudes to get those things. A Trader's Wood Mandrake, okay. And he brought ice from Old Tom's Well. Wanted, the pen of a scribe spinster. If we may determine how they were able to write without refills of ink, then we may be able to reproduce the effect, or else learn something about the nature of celestial note-keeping. The biological infestation, known commonly as guests, are in fact multiple organisms. They are bound together by something akin to a shared ligament. What is this alien biology? There are reports of a curious warbling, if not shrieking, from the wood. It reminds one of the classical mandrake. It would be a fine thing to study this, to learn more of the defenses of this marvelous creature and where it learned its song. A most curious phenomenon, the shelves of black ice. But from whence does it come? What call has the ice to freeze in a place otherwise so warm? Alright, well, we'll get all that stuff for you. We'll get all that stuff for you. What's going on at Albert's Idol? Visit the ornithologist. We've already asked him about all this stuff. Take a trip into the reserve with the ornithologist. Gain a couple sky stories. Text is the same. I have 34 sky stories. That's a little bit crazy. Alright, where are we going next? We're going to Port Prosper. Port Prosper. Buy one fuel, one supply. And let's go. But real quick, I need to do ice time. It's ice time, ice time, ice time, ice time. It's ice time, ice time. It is time for ice. I said it's ice time, ice time, ice time, ice time, ice time, ice time. It is time for ice. I got the ice. Got the ice, folks. In case you were wondering, the ice has been gotten. Alright, let's pour a little beverage here. Whoa, calm down. Let's not go off half-cocked here. Calm down. Nature reserve. Ooh, space debris. Got some crockery. Got some crockery. Hello, Enduring Dreadnought. Don't mind me, HML Ethereal. Said it's ice time. You know what? I'm going to clear this little area right here while I'm out and about. I'm probably going to have to fight some bees, but that's okay. Listen to its death hymn to gain some experience. Read it. It's a lot of bees. Death hymn. Death him. Just leveled up again. A lot of death hymn listening. So many death hymns. This is a good experience farm. Look at these hives and stuff. Very cool looking. I'm in trouble though. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. I need to run. I need to run. I just killed a shitload of bees. But my hull is in a bad way now. Uh-oh. You know what? Fuck this guy. Listen, Captain, a signaler hisses. From somewhere ahead, you hear a solemn bee song. It's bees. Leave the hold. I wish I could have, another uncanny specimen. I wish I could have gotten some hull out of that. Shit. Run! If those bees hit me, I'm done for. Of course, the bees make their hives here, dug into the boles of broken bronzewood trees. Apoidian gardens. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I should not be going this way. This is just gonna lead to a bunch more bees. Your navigator is entranced by the wash of flowers, and soon arrived in the fields of Asphodel, they recite, the home of shadows who have been worn to weariness. I need to flee. I need to flee. I only have 3 hull. I can't fight anything else. You get the fuck out of here. And I'm almost out of food. Can I make it to Port Prosper? Well, I can make it to the signal box at least. Your engine is filled with a sudden groaning. Your larder is bulged with new growths. Well, I got some fuel, but sadly I did not get... Wait! Being in the wind is increasing my actual supplies! Did you see that? It wasn't kidding when it said you're bulging with new growths. My actual supply bar went up from being in that wind. That is super cool. I never noticed that before. The wind made food grow in my ship. Read the ledger. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain MacDonald Ross withdrew fuel, giving no reason. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain writes feverishly of a light that danced at some distance before them. After some hours following it, it abruptly grew, getting brighter as it did. Then nothing. Just gone. I don't think I need to raid the cache. I think I can just make it to Fort Prosper. I need to make sure I don't get killed, though, is the thing. Need to make sure I don't get killed. I'm almost there. Too bad I can't really... Can I repair my Holland for Prosper? There might be some repairing available, but I don't think so. Not really. I need to get back to home. Also, I need to level up. I'm gonna do the bell tolls this time in the cold skies. Can't believe I'm level 10 already. You can't take the sky from me. Yay, I made it to safety. To a game save. Because your game only saves when you go into port, or when you leave port. So... Sell these munitions. And they gave me supplies. Jumbles of souls? Alright, I'll take them. Alright. Do I have a settler already? Oh, I need to encourage somebody with a sky story. Okay. I'll encourage somebody. Then I'll grab a port report. Ooh, these are new things. A performance of the gaudy widow and a messenger greets you at the station. Those are new. I can deliver the sapling knots. The clerk with the polished buttons passes you your fee after all requisite papers are signed. I've already dispatched a Rena to see it delivered. Thank you. So that's some free money and XP. Windward Company. You are unwelcome at the Windward Company. They won't even let me come join the celebrations. They hate me. The other company house. I'm not going to deliver port reports to them, though. Transport to settlers. Alright, let's get a settler. Would you take me to the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve? I'd love to see the wilderness. From a safe distance, of course. She smiles benignly as one of your crew carries her steamer trunk on board. And if you'd be so kind, can we do some hunting on the way? The chorister bees have been attacking again. I'll pay you for the trouble of killing them, of course, but only if you do it quickly, and only if you harvest a stinger for me. Alright, we can do that as soon as we fix our fucking hull. Oh, I can get the costume for the geese for the circus. There's a tailor in the West End who, they say, once made emergency repairs to the captivating princess's dresses. She accepted the work as a favor. The tailor, needle in his mouth like a cigarette, holds up a hand while he searches for the garment under his desk. He piles up a few shoeboxes and grins. I think I really captured the spirit of the Reach with this one. I'm sure the geese will love them, especially the boots. Geese boots! Imagine little boots for geese! Return to the circus to give Cuddles and Ruffles their costumes. I can't repair here, though. It's hateful. Alright, a messenger greets you at the station. He has the scrubbed pink face and immaculate hair of a natural-born butler. He holds a placard with your name. An intriguing message. The messenger explains that he is, as you already guessed, a butler. His master has heard much about your exploits and is quite desperate to meet you. He hands you a card with an address. You recognize it as a neighborhood of particular wealth and prominence. You can now visit the Bleak Industrialist's estate. You've received a message from the Bleak Industrialist. He wants you to meet him at his estate in Port Prosper, and I gained a cryptic benefactor. But what about a performance at the Gaudy Widow? The vaudeville theater tends toward either quaint or vulgar, or on good days, both. Located at the edge of the West End, overlooking the bridge, the Gaudy Widow promises unpretentious delights for most of the family. Although out of fashion in New London, the broad amusements of pantomime and vaudeville still carry favor with the well-heeled of the West End, though they are, of course, careful to never enjoy themselves too much. "She's behind you," a poster reads. What japes. An enthusiastic peal of bells rings over the rooftops. The Albert clock is chiming the hour. The Albert clock that I helped build. I can sit in the stalls. I can enjoy myself. I can retain my dignity. Or I can take a box seat. I can't take a box seat though because the West Enders don't like me enough. I'll sit in the stalls. You know your place. Ooh, I got money for that. You join a few familiar faces in the sticky seats near the stage, festooned with old programs and discarded bottles. From this almost vertical angle, you can see the peeling paint, the faded curtains, the pores on the actors' skins. The performance is a parody of the opening of The Avid Horizon and the first pioneer's entry into Albion. A lively round of betting soon breaks out. Where will the vicar pop up from next? You come away much richer than you entered. Sparklers wheel in the sky. Lovers race across the span. The scent of butterscotch and candy floss is on the wind. What's candy floss? Gained some money. I have 11,000 now. Which means I can now go to the Bleak Industrialist's estate. The estate takes up half a street. The mansion itself is a grandiose structure with Venetian windows, a cupola, columns in the Palladian style, but the garden is tangled with weeds. Muddy water pools glumly at the bottom of disused fountains. The industrialist receives you in one of his drawing rooms, sitting with a rum glass beside a fire. He has a sour class to his mouth and eyes that blaze with indiscriminate loathing. Ask why he sent for you. Before he answers, he knocks back the rum in a single gulp and calls for his butler to fetch another. A proposal. There is a distant kingdom where the dead can be found. The industrialist's voice is hoarse with disuse. I need an enterprising sort, such as yourself, to visit it for me and retrieve someone. It should be a simple enough affair. In return, I will pay you a small fortune. Who does he want brought back from the dead? Some years ago I lost someone dear to me, he says. A world without her in it is worthless, miserable. I need her back. So he wants me to go get his love back from the kingdom of the dead. That sounds pretty serious. The Bleak Industrialist has asked the impossible. He wants you to bring his lost love back from the kingdom of the dead. I can try to extract a higher reward with a 100% chance of success. I can share the story. Oh, because I have the past lost love. That's so cool. Because of the thing I picked when I leveled up. You too have a lost love. A pain shared. As you tell your story, the industrialist's hateful glare melts. He weeps silently at first. By the end, he is racked by convulsive sobbing.
Finally, someone who understands,
mutters the industrialist when he is recovered, dabbing his eyes.
Thank you. London has an embassy in the Blue Kingdom, a place called Sky Barnet. I cultivated a contact among the diplomats who I hoped would help me, but he's proved useless. Maybe you'll get more value from him than I could.
There is no further conversation. Oh, that's the other moment of inspiration I need for my next canto of my Song of the Sky. That's amazing. And I got that because of what I picked for my background when I leveled up. That's super cool. There is no further conversation. The industrialist retreats to his quarters, sniffing. He has a contact in Sky Barnet who can help you find her. Is that notated in my journal now? It is notated in my journal. So I gained information that could help me and a moment of inspiration, which is what I needed for my Song of the Sky, my ambition, my writing. What does a moment of inspiration entail? Oh, right, it's good to love many things. Yeah, okay. I have a lot of Sky stories. Unlicensed charts, savage secrets, tales of terror. Somerset Hunting Club, Black Box. We've got a Prosper report and a Leadbeater and Stainrod report. Got a ticket to the circus, Hunting Club, minimum safe manning number. Okay. Okay. Let's meet with the bleak industrialist. You've not yet recovered his lost love. You're the last hope he has. The bleak industrialist. He shares his finest liquor. He makes infinitesimally small talk. He asks with unwavering intensity about your progress finding the lost love. Okay, that's it. That's all we can do here right now. Until we actually find his lost love, I guess. Where does my settler want to go? My settler wants to go to Leadbeater and hopefully wants us to kill a bee and get its stinger on the way there. Well, I'm tempted to go try it even with 3 hull because I have the game is going to be saved as I exit. The game is going to be saved as I exit the town here. I want to see what I need to get to Albion. I'm not quite ready to go to Albion. I want to explore the entirety of the Reach first, but Albion relay. I need 2 ministry stamped permits. But I don't know where to get those exactly. Do I get them at Man in the Reach? Do I get them at... wonder if I have to turn in port reports to the stovepipes here in order to get those permits. Because I've never seen... I saw them somewhere. I saw somewhere where you could get those permits, but I don't remember where. Is it from the other company house? Yeah, you trade favor for the permits. You need 10 of their gratitude, though. Holy crap. So I need to turn in a lot of port reports to them, which I don't really like doing because I like having my rep with the other faction, not them, but guess I'll do it. Fuel and supplies remains unchanged. Because they barely pay you anything. But I got a gratitude. I need 10 gratitude to get permits. Okay. Alright, we're heading back to Leadbeater and hoping wait, we don't have a port report from turn around from Port Prosper. The piquancy of the jam. Beep, 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 beep. I need to go to Trader's Wood with that literature too. So I'm going to try to kill a bee and get its stinger and go to Leadbeater with it. Leadbeater. But I'm a little bit concerned because I only have 3 hull. So if I fuck up at all, I'm going to die. But then my game will be saved from Port Prosper right here, so it's not that bad. Can I get hull repairs at this signal box? Possible. You can take the sky from me. I can take material to repair my locomotive. The stash in the trunk is a valuable one. A large number of steel patches, several blocks of bronze wood. The captain who left all this was kind indeed, or else in desperate need of luck. There's just the question of the ledger. Should you write in it and accrue a debt, or take without leaving a record? I'll write in the ledger and accrue a debt. So now, how do I resupply the cache? Can I restock it with fuel? Between you and a couple of stokers, it shouldn't take too long to fill the trunk. Alright, my debt is paid off. So basically I just traded one fuel for a whole shitload of hull repair. That's actually pretty great. Your crew's relief at lowering the debt is palpable. Their assistance is willing and eager, making transferring the fuel light work. Now I feel more confident about my ability to go fight a bee. I'm a bee, I'm a bee, I'm a bee. Swarm of bees, do 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 do. Swarm of bees, do 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 do. Swarm of bees, do 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 do. Swarm of bees. Of course, now I'm gonna run out of fuel. Haven't heard that song in a long time. Alright, there's my bees. I got my bees. Let's get that stinger for my settler. She spent the battle with her face pressed against the window glass. Successful retrieval. Your crew draw lots. The three who drew short set out into the drift, armed with the big saw. They hack away at the still vibrating stinger. There is a brief violet flash when a stoker's boot brushes against the sigil on the chorister's back. Soon your crew return, hands golden with spilt fluid, the stinger held aloft. The settler offers to mend the stoker's scorched boot. Now we're leaving. Peacock Wind. So much wind! Will we make it? Getting an awful lot of terror. I think we made it through the wind. Man, those bees are still chasing me. The cautious driver looks wistful. Father sent me here to work a quiet job. Couldn't keep it. Death him. Reduce terror. Report. Drop off my settler. Brought it to her destination, and with a giant bee stinger to boot. Wait, what happened? She struggles under the weight of the chorister stinger. Your navigator is forced to assist her out over the causeway. The settler flashes you a quick smile before taking a deep breath. A group of colonists have gathered, drawn no doubt by the severed sting. The settler points back in your direction. A cheer goes up from the crowd. She walks towards them and does not look back. I got 200 sovereigns and 100 experience for that. Okay, we're going to export some more sapling knots. Going back to Port Prosper. Export verdant encouragement. Highly effective fertilizer is unnecessary in the Reach, and this is heinously expensive besides, but Leadbeater and Stainrod have found a buyer. Now they just need someone to deliver it. The clerk holds a scented rag over his mouth and nose as the fertilizer is transported onto your locomotive. See it gets to New Winchester. Alright, that's cool. I'm going to New Winchester anyway, so it's just some extra free money, basically. I don't have the stuff for his research yet. No. Alright. So I think what we're going to do next is take this literature up to Trader's Wood. Which is pretty far away. Maybe we'll just go to New Winchester first. Yeah, I guess we'll just go to New Winchester. Then we'll take another trip up through Port Avon to... Alright, off we go. Just spilled Cola O on myself. That's obnoxious. It's burning through my shirt and my skin. Burning through my internal organs. Oh, something's happening. A touch of the skies. Skyfarers, exposed to the haunting light of the stars, are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. You discover a stoker angrily defacing the engine's Bible. He claims that here, in the heavens, there are more pertinent gods than that of King James. Immediately, he launches into a sermon about the burrower below, the worm mother, general progenitrix of the devourers of days, who are called the Agonai. She tunneled the paths across the sky. Every transit is a trespass. We must give praise. We can find her quarters. I can send it back to work with a 94% chance. I can make my people happy with brandy. We'll go with the 94%, send it back to work. Back to the grind. You issue them a grueling list of new duties. They have no time now for starry obsessions or wild notions. Engine grease and elbow grease, as you've heard old Skyfarers say. Is that what they say? Level 10. 10 more levels to go. Auckland's Thrift. The chimneys of New Winchester. Heading home, do 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 do. Heading home, do 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 do. Heading home, do 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 do. Heading home. We are home. New prospects available. Explosives for Lustrum. 5 crates of munitions. Bronzewood for Port Avon. Oh good, I'm going right past Port Avon on my next trip, and I already have a bunch of bronzewood, so... I don't have any munitions, but I can do literature, and I can do bronzewood. Ooh, there's a commotion. I can deliver the verdant encouragement, drop them off with the clerks at the loading bay. They'll see it gets to its destination. Clerk with the horn-rimmed glasses smiles coolly as you sign. Just so. Here is your delivery fee. I'll have one of our boys carry it from here. I can write my next... or fully repair my hull. I can write my next canto as well. But before we do that, let's check out the sound of commotion. The mid-morning calm is shattered by furious yelling in the distance. "The psalmists are causing trouble again!" shouts a passing urchin joyously. That's a heck of a fist. Chaplet Street is lined with gleaming churches dedicated to every conceivable deity, sect, or heresy. And there is a corner of Chaplet Street, nestled between a crematorium and a tobacco shop, where the city's least popular temples have been segregated. On this grubby and profane little corner, a group of yellow-collared vicars are trying to make themselves heard above the furious yelling of a gaunt priest. The psalmists seem to be getting into an unholy row with the new sequencers. As you approach, psalmists pour from their ramshackle church and charge. Alright, so I have some options. I can wade in with my fists at the ready, 21%. I can attempt to mediate the dispute, not 75%. I can sit back and watch the fight. Or I can just sneak away. Well, let's try to mediate the dispute. You can't imagine what common ground exists between a cult who revere biblical curses and a cult who worship Albion's son, but you'll find it. Success! They have rewarded me evil for good. You step between the warring priests and beg them to desist for the good of their reputations. The sequencers mutter among themselves and withdraw to their temple. The constables arrive to find the psalmists jeering and flinging stones at the sequencers' retreating backs. This again? One of the constables pinches the bridge of her nose. She pulls a slip of paper from his pocket and hands it to the psalmist's head priest. We're shutting your church down, effective immediately. You've been nothing but trouble since you arrived. The priest stares at the paper. He sits heavily on his church's doorstep. And I gained a sky story. Apparently I've been asked to ferry the 13th psalmist to the White Well in the Blue Kingdom. The psalmist priest throws himself at your feet. I kneel before you twice scorned, he says, once by my former congregation, and now again by the prejudiced machinations of this city. Please take us aboard your train. He pulls a tattered map from his equally tattered robes. Here, the White Well, in the Blue Kingdom, where the dead go. We will build anew there. We will spread our word even beyond the veil. The twice-scorned priest's haggard face lights up for a moment. For this, you will escape condemnation. All right, I'll escort them. Hashtag I had a quest. Let his children be vagabonds. The psalmists of the cursing church are so overjoyed that a few of them attempt to smile. It's a terrible thing to behold. They settle back into their habitual frowns as they gather their meager belongings and file onto your train. They've boarded my engine. So, are they my possessions now? I've got the gaggle of psalmists. They're bound for the White Well in the Blue Kingdom. Your crew were quite happy to have good Christian church folk aboard until they listened to the sermons. And I've also got the pernickety factor. Precise taste in tea, tea houses, and teacups. She's seeking several missing colonists. So, far from their ruined homes. We're not doing that right now. She wants to go to Hybras. Okay. I can follow my ambition now. Follow my ambition to do the next part of the Song of the Sky. Write the 5th canto of the Song of the Sky. Put the success of the 4 cantos out of your mind. The 5th must exceed them all somehow. Oh, 10,000 experience! I just leveled up again. What? The 5th canto. A horde of fanatical readers await your words with rabid anticipation. The song isn't yours anymore, it's theirs. You're just the unlucky shepherd who must steer it to the right ending. If you fail, they'll skin you alive and write a better conclusion in your blood. Best get on with it then. You sit down to write and find that the words come easily, like friends who've been waiting at the door. You invite them onto the page. Publish the 5th canto. I've lost 2 unlicensed charts, I've lost 2 moments of inspiration, but I've gained 10,000 experience and gained a level as well. As you write, words coming unbidden, you realize that you're about to launch into an anecdote that could destroy some formidable reputations. The words squirm in your head, anxious to make it to the page. You must make a decision. Are you going to speak the secrets you've learned, even those that anger the powerful, or will you keep silent? Oh, we're going to spill our secrets. Damn the consequences. Secrets spilled. You have a song full of secrets. You name names and reveal conspiracies. You hint at grander, darker mysteries that even you barely comprehend. The omnivorous publisher would be happy. Revealing all these secrets may come back to bite you, but it's certainly going to generate attention. You have a song full of secrets. What's a song full of secrets? The tale has grown in the telling, and grown, and grown. In its vastness, it has become impossible to control. You find yourself searching through previous cantos to ensure consistency of character and detail, stumbling unexpectedly upon narrative dead ends, writing yourself into terrible tangles that cannot be salvaged. With the grim determination of Hercules facing the Hydra, you cut and cut, until the story lies bleeding, but better, at your feet. The 5th canto is complete. You find the omnivorous publisher at his paper-drowned desk, flanked by 2 large gentlemen with shoulders wide as anvils and guns at their hips. "Protection," explains the publisher, tossing back a glass of whiskey. "Some of your readers are rather fanatical." He briefly skims your manuscript before handing it to an assistant. Publish the 5th canto. The printing presses roar like unleashed dragons. The publisher toasts you, then dismisses you with a wave of his cigar. The fifth canto's reception. The fifth canto's publication follows much the same pattern as the fourth, an exhausting rush of book signings, interviews, and speeches. At some event or other, you can't remember which, the omnivorous publisher appears suddenly at your side, breathing smoke into your face and pressing a whiskey into your hands. "You're too big for New Winchester now," he tells you, snatching up a passing canapé. "I've established a new office in London. Meet you there." He swallows the canapé whole and vanishes as quickly as he came, leaving nothing but an acrid smell and a trail of crumbs. Meet him in London. All right. Good times. And we leveled up. We leveled up again. I want 15 minutes of fame. I'm gonna wither and die. Wither and flee. Fame was never the goal. Celebrity only interfered with your work. You became a recluse, spurning the invitations and ignoring the doorbell. This is like me in real life. Cool. I have a song full of secrets. I have no affiliation with the establishment. Flickering, fermented. I have a song full of secrets. So this time I need to go to Trader's Wood and the Port Avon. And I need some fuel and supplies. Trader's Wood and Port Avon both sell fuel and supplies. No, Trader's Wood doesn't sell fuel. So this time, we come over here, we go to Port Avon, come up here, we go to Trader's Wood. Maybe we explore this, we go to Carillon perhaps, and then come back. That could be our trip this time. But I think that's going to have to be in our next episode, because I think that's going to do it for this one. Title screen. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now at an end, so thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Sunless Skies.